Hey, welcome to the show. I'm laughing because, listen, we are going to have so much fun on today's show. And that, of course, starts off with a bang today because Bruno Racine, Leslie Ann Barrett, Leanne Lacroix, they have such great chemistry. They join me here on the show, of course, Bruno Racine, owner and founder of Bruno Racine Salon, Leslie Ann Barrett, professional makeup artist and founder of her own makeup line, and Leanne Lacroix, our beautiful model here today. How are you, everybody?
We're so
great to have you here.
So good.
Look at Leanne, eh? She's just like, I'm a model. She's like all straight, shoulders are good, right?
She's our
the
muse.
Perfect posture.
She is your
muse.
Yes.
I want to ask you two about that. So how did this relationship begin where she became your muse?
So it's hitchhiking, unfortunately.
Okay. That sounds like Leanne, actually. I can believe that.
Get in. Hey, kid, you want to be a model?
Was that Fashion Week, probably, right?
Yeah, it was Fashion Week.
About 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Is it a really 20-year relationship now?
Well, yeah. Well, 15 or 50.
Well, she introduced me. It took me about a year to get her name right because she introduced me to 4 different beautiful, tall, blonde women at Fashion Week, and I'm terrible with names. I'd be like, oh, hi.
Hi, Mandy.
Tori. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Tori.
Nice. Let's start off talking a little bit about hair trends. What are we seeing now moving into the new year, Bruno?
Yeah, between the year to winter, so it's funny this year because we stay more with blondes.
Okay.
And normally fall, in the fall I start darkening my clients and go chestnutty and stuff. And actually chestnut is a really hot color this winter. More with a plummy and coppery tones, but still brown, but not orange. Those are the clown there, but
right.
But I would say 75% of my clients are staying blonde. Maybe with different shades. And here, like I just refreshed Leanne's blonde a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And we just went a little bit beigeier and sandier. And again, I'm playing with, that has a little bit of gray, I guess, in the front. So a little bit.
I'm glad you said it. No one else wanted to say it. You're allowed. You're the stylist.
So I keep it front, like summer. And it suits her big time.
Right.
And then the back is just shadowed with more of a sandy, beigey colors. And these are the trend, like the mushroomy colors that we see a lot. But just a couple of shades darker. And so it doesn't wash her out.
Okay.
And that's the one thing. Like we all tend.
So is it fair to say,
like
I don't know what I'm talking about. You know that, both of you. But is it fair to say there's like 3 different tones I'm seeing in here?
Well, good eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She does.
I do know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
And it's normal. It's not a mistake.
I got it. Okay,
That's
good.
Good.
It's always nicer to have at least 2 tones because the shadowing and then the dimension into the cut.
Right.
And the color. So it's more interesting.
You're also going to talk, and we'll show it after, but this is a new tool you wanted to chat about as well that you brought along here, the Steam Pod.
The Steam Pod, which is a treatment for hair.
Okay.
And it can be done professionally in salon.
Okay.
Or then they can buy the tool and have it done at home. But I'll tell you the secret after.
Okay.
Because I will demonstrate it after.
The secret is Bruno using the tool.
Yeah.
Is that the secret?
But with this one, you can curl. You can curl and straighten. So,
really? Okay.
It is a new version, and it's easy to travel with.
Right.
And you can actually, the other one, we could only straighten with it. This one we can curl as well.
Okay, very cool. Let's move over to you, Leslie Ann. Let's talk about when it comes to trends in makeup that we see now and perhaps moving into the new year.
Because I'm always looking ahead because, it's like you're always reinventing, taking what you have and changing it up. We're looking at a lot of multi-tool makeup. So something that you can do more than one thing with because people are on the go.
Right.
Okay, and I bought a lot of cream products here, which are great because they're a gel-based cream, so even on an oily skin, you can use them. For instance, you could use this one like here, there's a Shiraz 3-in-1 beauty stick. So you're looking at like the tones are sort of the same on the lip, the cheeks and the eyes. So this is a really fast makeup for people on the go, or people who don't like to wear a lot of makeup.
Right.
These are great. They travel well as well, and you can put them everywhere. The other thing you're going to be seeing is a blush. Instead of the blush like sort of this, like a very contoured, structured type of face, you're going to be looking at a little bit more of like a flushy cheek.
Okay.
And for the lip, we're still looking at that K-beauty, although skin texture is going to change. We're going to be looking more at a natural matte, not a super 90s matte, but almost a replication of that.
Right.
We did shoot with Leanne in Paris, and we did that kind of look with her. But everybody can wear this look as long as the skin is hydrated.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to, I want to go back to hair color. So does that change things for you as a makeup artist depending on hair? Because we often just think of skin tone.
Yep.
Where does hair come into play?
It's actually the key ingredient. I mean, you could change your race, and it would make less of a difference than changing your hair.
Really?
In terms of your makeup, absolutely. If you change your hair color and you go from like a brunette to a soft honey blonde or a blonde, your makeup needs to change.
In what way?
Well, okay, for instance, someone like myself that's a very, very dark brunette, I could wear, a strong type of a lip, and almost nothing on my face, and just a little flick eyeliner, which is a big trend. We've seen it 1,000 years. It comes out every single year, the dark lip and all that. I would have to tone that down if I were going to go lighter, because I just look like, well, a clown.
Yeah, no one wants to look like the clown, right?
Nope. Well, they say that. That's the first thing people say to me. I don't want to look like a clown. I'm like,
oh, darn it. That was my plan. Now what do I do?
Shoes and everything. Yeah.
So when it comes to travel, obviously I think makeup is fairly easy, right? Most things come in kind of compact, right? But when it comes to hair and traveling, like what do you recommend?
You don't want to bring your 500 ml shampoo and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
And the thing is that high-end companies like brands like Schumacher and Kerastase, they don't really produce traveling kits except for this time of year. So for some reason, during the holidays, they come out with like those little guys here, which is 30 to 50 ml. Can you bring on board? No problem.
Right.
And but the best advice I can say is keep those little bottles. And refill with the other ones. It's so convenient. And but I'm sure, that the hotels we go and everything, they have shampoos and stuff.
I know, but it's not as good as yours.
Exactly.
It's not the same.
Well, and many people are traveling carry-on now, right? They don't want to. They don't want to do a check bag, right?
That's right.
So you want this sort of smaller product. When it comes to makeup, what do you suggest, right? Because you don't want to bring your whole kit along with you.
No, you don't. And I think it's kind of passé. Like people are doing things much quicker. They're not as constructed with their makeup, especially when they're going out. We do
so the essentials,
yeah,
right.
The double duty products like your cream blushes that you can also put on your lip, your 3-in-1 beauty sticks. This is a really great thing for someone. You've got like a highlight powder, a bronzer powder, and a contour powder.
All in one.
You could use it on your eyes up there, and you're done. We'll show you that.
We're going to show you. Yeah, because they're going to stick around for another segment here with us, and then we actually will get Leanne to say a few words because she's sitting there with the poor microphone and not being able to say anything. So we'll be back with this gang right after this to show you some of these tips. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Awesome. Okay.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Trio Financial Planning, helping individuals and families live today and build for tomorrow. Branton Renovation is pleased to support this episode of Daytime Ottawa. Branton Renovations, Ottawa's award-winning renovations team.
Kids these days, people say we lack initiative.
And technology, that we're all addicted. Kids these days, we hear that we only care about ourselves. Apparently, we're lazy.
And don't seem to have any sense of independence.
Actually, kids these days are facing a lot.
Because the world has changed, and so have our health issues. Kids these days, we could really use your help. Join CHIO in our biggest fundraising campaign ever to transform pediatric care.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Dustin Design and Drafting, your first step toward building your dream project with a team approach. Daytime Ottawa is proudly supported by Mary's Must Read Book Club. Follow Mary on social media at Mary K. Taggart for her latest book club picks.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Eastboro Designs. Eastboro Designs, designing a bold lifestyle through functionality and beauty. Hey, welcome back to the show. I should mention, by the way, Bruno Racine Salon, my hair and makeup sponsor. So always a big thanks to you, Bruno, and you, Leslie Ann. Now we're going to put into practice some of the things we chatted about. And thanks to Ben, by the way, who did a great job on my hair this morning.
Looks really good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Handsome.
Thank you. So we're going to start with hair here, Bruno, and we're going to use the Steam Pod 4, I believe, right? This is the fourth
Steam Pod 4, that's
edition?
right.
Okay.
That's the fourth one. And the only thing is it's sleeker and it's easier to bring on vacation if you need to.
Right.
But again, like I said, you can get the treatment done at the salon before you go, south on the beach or wherever you go. It might be more humid, it might be more or drier, and it just keeps control of your hair. It's a treatment. It's like a keratin treatment that's steamed into the hair.
Okay.
And then it's sealed with the flat iron. So it's a new technology from L'Oréal. So you see the
How long
steam
does it
coming
last? Like if you do this, how long?
If you shampoo twice a week, it lasts for a month.
What?
For a month?
For a month. So
wow.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Okay.
So that at the salon, or you can do it once a week at home with this. And all you have to use is a serum that you put on the hair when it's almost dry and run it through. And so you go section by section. And Leanne did kind of a good job this morning styling her hair.
Kind of a good job. Wow. Ouch, Leanne.
So I told her, yeah, well, that's it. So
Well, exactly.
I have to show what it does.
Yeah.
Muse does not
And then
rhyme
it just-
with abuse.
it's just like-
Okay, like just they're two separate things, Bruno. Okay, I know it's lost in translation a little bit, but like. Okay, there we go. Sorry for everybody out there.
It's okay. It's okay.
So see, at the ends are a bit frizzy and stuff.
Yeah.
So you just run it through.
So is there
About
product
3 pounds.
inside that thing?
No, just
you put the
water.
serum
Just a little
first.
bit of water for the steam
Okay.
in here.
And
Then I put the
you've
serum
added a serum onto the hair
onto the
itself.
hair.
Okay.
And then it's just a little comb here, and you just comb it down.
Leanne, what's it been like? 20 years working with these two, hey? A bit of an adventure? A little bit of an adventure, perhaps?
Oh, you know.
Put the microphone up to the mouth.
Always
thing.
fun, never
Okay, good.
boring. That's my tag.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, they always stay on top of all the trends. They're always so informative, fun. You know, so they, as serious as they are about their careers,
It's all about fun.
it's all about fun, and that's really. It's not intimidating at all. So
I agree, and you go into the salon and it just has this buzz about it. Like that's very different and unique than any other place that I've been. Oh yeah, I mean I've been to like many people, I've been to many different hair salons, and it's just there's this fun atmosphere. Everybody seems to be having a great time all the
It's like being
time.
at home.
It's a wonderful.
it's a great vibe.
Exactly. It's a great
we
vibe.
have a really good team. And,
So do we want to let's switch places here because we want Leanne to jump in here and do a little bit of makeup, but you can see the
tell the
obvious
difference?
difference, right away.
Oh wow.
Look at you.
It also enhances the color because it's sealed.
Right.
It's
Right.
sealed.
It's shiny.
It's shiny.
Okay.
So Leanne, my understanding too is you're the face of Bruno Racine Salon and Leslie Ann Barrett makeup line.
Yes.
You're going to have like some big posters coming soon. Is that
coming
right?
actually
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So What's it going to be like walking in the salon and there you are? Like, boom.
I've done it before.
Okay. All right, she's done it before.
I've done it
okay.
before.
Oh, gosh.
New York, Paris.
Okay, what do we...
It is fun, though. It is fun, and what's really fun about it is when people are going by on the bus. Or,
Microphone under the chin.
I had a friend that she's a police officer, and she was driving by, and she's like, I screeched on the car, and I had to stop and take a photo. So those are the fun things where people that do, they go and they take pictures outside the salon, but it's always fun. I mean,
right.
I feel so honored to be this young age that I am and to be a muse for these two wonderful companies.
Well, you're so awesome to work with.
He's so awesome.
She's tons of fun and a real pro.
Thank you.
So you scared me for a second there, Leanne, because it looked like you were preparing her for a football game because there was like little black lines under the eye. I thought, where is she going? So what did you use there to start?
So this is like a contour. Like you're going to see the contour that we'd be looking at TikTok and all this type of thing, and they draw all these things and this, which was great 15 years ago when everybody didn't have a super HD phone.
Right.
But now you can really tell, and it's just like, although we love Leanne and she's tall and broad shoulders, we don't want to make her look like she's in drag.
Right.
Although she'd probably look cute.
She would. She'd look fantastic.
Right. Anyway,
yeah.
so like if you use you want to do a contoured look, you can use more of a bronze. It's a contour stick, but it works with all skin tones, and that way it's a little bit more forgiving. So again, on a vacation or anywhere, you just pick the areas that you want to slim down. So usually it's like a neckline here, couple of this way. Leanne's nose is perfect, so I'm not going to do that. You do see a lot of people doing it at the end of the nose. I'm really not a fan of brown nosing, although I really like your shoes.
Oh, my shoes.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
thank you. I just found them today.
So that's what you do with this. You can also put it, like if you do have a large eye, you could use it up here as a contour in the lid.
Okay.
All right, but we're not going to do that, just too much.
Yeah.
The other thing is using a creamy, peachy, sort of a pinky peachy. It goes with every skin tone, and you can use your fingers. You don't need brushes for this type of look. So after that, you can look at yourself and smile. Smile. Okay, so instead of putting this right here, because when Leanne will not be smiling, it'll just look like that resting bee face that nobody likes.
Right.
So you look at yourself in the mirror like this as an axis. You smile, smile. Smile, damn it. I said smile. Okay. And then it's going to go right on those beautiful cheekbones.
This is what it's like at the salon. I'm telling you. This is what happens when you go in.
Okay. So you can just pop this on. Also, in the future, you're going to see a little bit more of that 90s look like I was talking about.
Right.
So brown lip liners. We're not going to go with the eyeliner. We don't want total shenanigans, but maybe more of a nude liner. Okay, and then you could just add whatever you like, which would be really, really pretty.
Right.
And then if you're not sure about eyeshadows, your best eyeshadows to pick, pink, gold, brown.
There you go. Advice for everybody at home when it comes to hair and makeup. 236 Richmond Road, just down the street from us here at Rogers TV. Bruno Racine Salon. You can give them a call. You can visit their website. Follow these three on social media. We'll be back with more Daytime right after this. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
everybody.
much. That's awesome. Thanks.
So much fun.
Let me make sure I blended that.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Trio Financial Planning, helping individuals and families live today and build for tomorrow. Branton Renovation is pleased to support this episode of Daytime Ottawa. Branton Renovations, Ottawa's award-winning renovations team.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
Are you a content creator looking to expand your audience and make your voice heard in your community? Rogers TV wants to provide you with a platform to share your hobbies, interests, and stories for free. Visit us to find out more.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Dustin Design and Drafting, your first step toward building your dream project with a team approach. Daytime Ottawa is proudly supported by Mary's Must Read Book Club. Follow Mary on social media at Mary K. Taggart for her latest book club picks.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Eastboro Designs. Eastboro Designs, designing a bold lifestyle through functionality and beauty. Hey, welcome back to the show. Well, we were just talking about the holidays in general when it comes to trends and what we're going to see in makeup and hair. One of the trends we're also seeing throughout the year, and that is people turning to non-alcoholic beverages. But they still want to have fun with them. They still want to enjoy like everybody else. Well, here to share some great mocktails, I'm joined by Holly Ninekamp, as she is from the Canadian Liver Foundation. And that's specifically what we're talking about today, too, right? Liver health over the holidays, Holly, because we overindulge quite often. Let's first of all just talk about the importance of liver health. Why should we keep it in mind?
Of course, that's a great question. And, you know, we should always be aware of our liver health throughout the year, not just at the holidays, but the holidays especially. We tend to, you know, have a few extra treats, overindulge a little bit, which is totally fine. But it's great to introduce some nutritional food to balance it out.
Right.
So your liver is a powerhouse organ. It performs over 500 daily functions that are vital to life. So some of those include balancing your hormones, cleansing your blood. So essentially you need your liver to live, and we want to make sure we're taking care of it and boosting it with the nutrients to make its job a little bit easier.
So let's dive into the mocktails so we don't run out of time. You're doing 3 different mocktails here, and you're going to, as we go along, tell us a little bit about the benefits of each, right? When it comes to the body, of course, we're talking about the liver in particular as well, right?
So yeah, mocktails are a mindful and fun way to celebrate the holidays, and they're a great substitute for cocktails, or even just, you know, to boost up your water if you're getting tired of water.
Right.
So it's a great way to do that as well. So we're going to start with our first one here. It's a pomegranate cranberry ginger orange spritz. So it's light and refreshing. So I'm going to put you to work.
All right. Okay.
So here we have some sliced ginger and mint, and I'm going to have you muddle it with the back of a wooden spoon.
You got it. Okay.
So, you know, we're all about not making you go out there and buy anything to make the mocktails. It's really things that you have at home, possibly in your fridge. So ginger and mint are both, they're really great, almost herbs, fresh herbs.
Right.
So I think you're good there.
Okay.
If we want to move on.
Sure.
And we're going to add in some pomegranate juice, so about 3 ounces. Next, you can move on to the cranberry juice, about 2 ounces, and we're using.
Says the holidays to me already.
Pomegranate and orange and cranberry. We're trying to stay on that holiday theme.
I love it. Little orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice. So we're using 100% juice today. So they're just strictly fruit. So it's a really fruit-forward cocktail. I'm going to add in some ice so you don't splash on your outfit, because it can be a little bit messy.
Okay,
and then we're going to actually give it a little shake. So do you want to shake?
Sure.
Okay, So
Here
give
we
it
go.
a little quick shake there.
You're supposed to really, you know, if you want to do the bartender shake and feel like you're mixing up the cocktails,
exactly.
right?
And
Lounge
then
style.
We're just going to finish it with a little bit of sparkling water. You can use flavored sparkling water, like an orange sparkling water would be really wonderful as well. And that's it. So that's our first one there.
Nice.
So very fruit forward, light, refreshing, tasty.
And the other thing you can do with all of these as well is have the ingredients ready. Right?
Exactly.
So that people can go and serve themselves. You might not want to be the one stuck, you know, all night being the bartender, right?
Exactly.
So this is a great way to do that as well.
Yeah, just like I've done today, I've pre-measured, and they're great because I'm using pomegranate or cranberry juice again in a later cocktail, so you can kind of have a mix on your table.
All right,
so.
This one looks very different. What are we talking about here?
So this is our holiday spice espresso mocktini.
Okay.
So it has holiday spices like allspice and ginger and cinnamon in it, and it also has coffee. And the fun thing about coffee is it's actually really beneficial to your liver health.
Really? How?
So it's a great question. So studies have shown that having 3 to 4 cups of coffee, a black coffee a day, is beneficial in that it can be preventative towards types of liver disease like fatty liver disease and cirrhosis. And the antioxidants in coffee can actually help with liver inflammation.
Okay.
So if you love coffee,
and I do.
Yeah, it's great to do that here. So I'll just jump into the cocktail.
Sure.
So I already have in this one, and it's another shaker. So love your help as well. So I have some coconut cream. You can also use coconut milk if you can't find it. Makes it nice and creamy. It's also vegan, so great for different kinds of food preferences.
Right.
We have a tablespoon of maple syrup and a quarter teaspoon of vanilla in there. And then in here you have all your warm spices, cinnamon, ginger, and allspice.
Okay.
So you can throw that in there, and there's some ice in there as well.
All right.
And
Put
then,
the top on tight, folks.
Yeah,
Very
this
important.
one is delicious. Like
it kind of looks like a Bailey's Kahlua kind of idea,
exactly.
right?
It has that vibe with the creamy coconut milk for sure.
What do you suggest, because people are going to enjoy some indulgence, what do you suggest when it comes to, alcoholic beverage, and maybe mixing it in between something non-alcoholic? Is that sort of the idea?
Yeah, that's certainly something that you could do, and I think it is a really great question to ask. We do support the guidelines that are out there around drinking and consuming alcohol. We always say, less is best, so you can reduce your intake with one of our delicious mocktails. Yeah. We do tell people that if you are living with liver disease, that no alcohol is best.
Right.
So we're hoping that, these mocktail ideas will inspire you, that you can still have fun and you don't have to miss out on the fun, and it still feels like you're being social with a mocktail in your hand.
I agree. What's the last one we're making here?
The last one is a twist on that traditional Moscow Mule cocktail. So we're doing a crisp cranberry mule. So it's a really quick 3-ingredient drink. We have some cranberry juice.
Into here?
Into here, because this one's a stirred one. I'm switching it up.
Gotcha.
And we have 6 to 8 ounces of ginger beer, so you can pour it into your heart's desire.
I love
there.
the ginger beer. I'm going all in. What the heck?
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then a good squeeze of some fresh lime in there as well. And then you just give it a stir.
And there we go.
And
do you have these recipes available on your website?
They are available at liver.ca. We just posted them yesterday, so this is really the sneak peek today, and you can get all the recipes.
It's an exclusive
online.
here on Daytime Auto. There's the website right there, liver.ca, and of course, a great resource for anyone that wants to find out a little bit more about the great work that you do as well.
And just to know what your liver does, because we should all care and love our liver, so it's a great source for that as well.
So be responsible over the holidays. You don't have to miss out, because you've got great mocktails like this you can share with your family and friends over the holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Hey, around the holidays, what do we love? We love concerts. I'll tell you about a really unique concert coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Kids these days, people say we lack initiative.
And technology, that we're all addicted. Kids these days, we hear that we only care about ourselves. Apparently, we're lazy.
And don't seem to have any sense of independence.
Actually, kids these days are facing a lot.
Because the world has changed, and so have our health issues. Kids these days, we could really use your help. Join CHIO in our biggest fundraising campaign ever to transform pediatric care.
Watch Podium exclusively on Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
In para hockey, the ice tilts in favor of men. But that will never stop us.
United by passion, battling for equity. We are the National Women's Para Hockey Team of Canada.
We're here.
We're hungry.
We're ready.
Ready to inspire.
Ready to leave our legacy.
Ready to be supported and make history. It's our time. Are you ready?
Join us for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm already talking music to my next guest. If you love music, this is such an incredible, unique experience for a holiday concert because you are really supporting youth here in our community. And I'm talking about Orchestra's holiday concert. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by, well, Rebecca. You probably have seen Rebecca many times on the show. She's the Director of Development and Communications for Orchestra. And Chayanika is the board chair of Orchestra. Welcome. Great to have you here. Rebecca, let's just remind everybody about this great program and what you offer to youth here in our community.
Absolutely. So Orchestra is a social development program that helps to empower kids and build community through music. So we work with kids from equity-deserving communities, and we provide a free program after school. And it's really all about teaching life skills through singing and playing music together.
Right, right. So Chayanika, tell me, how did you get involved? Why did you want to get involved in this particular organization?
Well, I was introduced to Orchestra, invited to a concert similar to what you've been. Yeah. It was back in 2016, and I was just sitting in the audience, just like everyone else. They started playing. I started crying immediately because I was just so moved by what I was seeing, which was not only incredible musicianship, but I was seeing, you know, courage and confidence and great public speaking and mentorship. And I just thought I need to get involved somehow. And here we are 8 years later.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. And you know, even before I met you, Rebecca, I don't know if you remember, but that's how it worked for me too. It was word of mouth. Somebody, you know, suggested I go to this concert, and we went, and we were just blown away because people probably think to themselves, you know, kids concert, we've all been to them, right? Exactly. At our kids' schools, and sometimes, you know, there's a little squeak here and so forth. But this is a program that really teaches kids how to play in a professional way, right?
The kids really excel in the program. They can start at 5 years old, go all the way up to 18, and we have some of our teams that are really dedicated to the program. And you know, that life skills that we were talking about, that dedication is really coming through in how beautiful the music is.
Right. Tell me a little bit more about your philosophy, because I think that's what makes Orchestra really special, about the philosophy you have around, you know, the kids themselves and the respect that they show and the leadership and all those benefits that you're giving to the children.
Absolutely. So at every concert we do a piece called the 10 Leading Notes, where we talk about what our values are at Orchestra. And that's so important to us. You know, that spirit of respect, of belonging, of caring for each other, of family.
Of taking care of your instruments.
Taking care of your instruments.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So that's something that we wrap around everything that we do at Orchestra.
So I imagine you've had the opportunity then to meet some of the kids and talk to them. Just what has that experience been like? What sort of feedback are you getting from them?
It's absolutely amazing, whether it's a 5-year-old or an 18-year-old, and we find, like just yesterday we had a concert, and when you're chatting with the younger ones, what you really see is how much they look up to the older ones. And you see that mentorship at such an early age, and they want to be the one who gets to have the mic, or they want to be the one who gets to maybe have a solo, and you just see the progression, and it's so inspiring.
Rebecca, we're just listening sort of in the background, some of the music from last year's concert, but let's talk about the music itself and the concert itself. What sort of styles can we expect?
The wonderful thing about an orchestra concert is going to hear a whole bunch of different styles. Similar to what we heard last night at our Vanier Hub concert, you're going to have classical music, you're going to have popular music, we've got The Grinch Stole Christmas, a holiday favorite, we've got some beautiful choral music as well. So you're really going to hear a variety of styles and something that really everybody can enjoy.
What is the criteria, Rebecca, for young people getting involved in this program?
So we work specifically, as I said, with kids from equity-deserving communities. These are low-income families that wouldn't necessarily be able to afford music lessons. And so these are kids that would not have access to music if Orchestra wasn't there for them.
Shanika, what about the instruments themselves? Like where did those come from?
Mostly donations that we receive either in money form or in actual instrument form.
And Rebecca, I mean, is this an after-school program? I mean, how does it work for the kids? You know, what kind of time commitment do they have to give to the program?
Yeah, it's a great question. So when the kids are really tiny, at 5 years old, they just come once a week.
Okay.
But when they start to get a little older, 8 years old, they can start playing an instrument. They come at least twice a week. And then later on, you know, the kids I was talking about that are really dedicated to the program, they may come 3 or 4 times a week to be involved in sort of higher level playing and also developing leadership skills. We've got workshops for the kids to help them learn, you know, about how to apply for university, how you do your taxes,
right.
All those great life skills that you don't necessarily get other places.
And you know, I think part of the beauty too of Orchestra, many of the people involved have gone through the program before. Are most of them sort of have a musical background as well of some kind?
Yeah, I'd say most people involved in Orchestra either have a musical background like myself. I've got a bachelor's of music and theater, or they're involved at a community level and very engaged that way. Shanika is a musician herself as well.
Oh, are you really?
I wouldn't go that far.
Come on, Shanika. What instrument do you play?
So, I mean, I took piano as a younger child.
Okay.
Far enough that as an adult, I like to play for my kids and sing with my kids. But where I really learned to appreciate playing together and how different that is playing flute throughout middle and high school in band.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I realized how different it is when you're playing in a symphony or in an orchestra, because you have to listen to everyone else, you have to be patient, you're a team. It's so different than playing an instrument on your own, and I think that's where the kids learn all these incredible life skills, is that teamwork aspect and working together.
And funding, how are you funded for the most part, Rebecca?
So a lot of it comes from individual donors.
It does, yeah.
And so if folks are watching right now and are interested in supporting the great work we're doing, they can head to orchestra.ca or give us a donation at our holiday concert coming up.
Yeah, and by the way, that's the thing. It is a free concert, but you know, donations are so appreciated and of course encouraged. By the way, if you want to get, thank you both so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You do have to get tickets, however, so that they know that you're coming. So orchestra.ca, Tuesday, December 17th at 6:30 p.m. That's at the Carleton Dominion Chalmers Center on Cooper Street. We'll be back with more right after this.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Trio Financial Planning, helping individuals and families live today and build for tomorrow. Branton Renovation is pleased to support this episode of Daytime Ottawa. Branton Renovations, Ottawa's award-winning renovations team.
Welcome to Community News and Events on Rogers TV Channel 22. I'm Dave Hilson with a couple of great ways to get into the Christmas spirit. Winter Lights Across Canada is a cherished annual event that always brightens up the season. Over 300,000 lights have been installed along a path, illuminating landmarks around Parliament Hill. The route passes Confederation Park, the National War Memorial, and more. The spectacular lights are on display until January 7th. The magic of the lights at Wesley Clover Parks has become another Ottawa tradition. This is a perfect experience for families to enjoy from the comfort of their cars. Drive through a 2-kilometer route with themed scenes consisting of over 2 million lights. Catch that show until January 4th. The light show supports the CHEO Foundation. Meanwhile, watch Simply Cooking by Chef Mondays at 10 a.m. right here on Rogers TV Channel 22. Have a great day.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Dustin Design and Drafting, your first step toward building your dream project with a team approach. Daytime Ottawa Ottawa is proudly supported by Mary's Must Read Book Club. Follow Mary on social media at Mary K. Taggart for her latest book club picks.
Welcome back to the show. We have an exclusive for our viewers on today's show. The Snowball, one of the most unique, incredible events in the city each and every year. This year, it's on February 12th at the Ottawa Art Gallery, and we're going to give you an opportunity to get some early bird tickets. We'll bring up that promo code in just a moment, but of course, it all goes to a great cause. Not only are you having fun, but you're giving back to a child here in our community, and that's through the Snowsuit Fund. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by John Robinson. He's the president and CEO of Antigua IT and major sponsor. Welcome, John. Great to have you here. And this should be easy for me in this segment because I have another John Sinden, who is event co-chair with the Snowball. Welcome. Great to have you here as well.
Nice to be here.
John Sinden, I will start with you. Let's just talk a little bit, first of all, about the Snowsuit Fund and you know what they've been doing over the last 43 years.
43 years ago, Ralph Tannis and Joan Gullen, an unlikely duo, met. And this magic was created. They had this idea that no kid should come to Ottawa or live in Ottawa and not be prepared for the winter and be able to go outside and play in the snow. So 43 years later and hundreds of thousands of children later and snowsuits later, here we are today. So they put in some magical work, and it has turned into this incredible thing that happens every year around this time. In fact, John and I were just talking. We just passed the 17,000 snowsuit mark for the season. So it's incredible news, but it also shows you the deep need for more snowsuits. And that's why we do events like the Snowball and other events to raise money to fulfill that need. Many people are coming to Ottawa and not understanding or knowing that there's snowbanks up to your eye. Like it's shocking.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
On a personal note, I saw the first time I ever saw someone cross country ski live was here in Ottawa.
Really?
I've never seen it before, and here we are.
Nice.
So snowsuits are needed. Kids need to be kids and play in the snow and play outside. And this is the Snowsuit Fund provides a real dignified approach to putting coats on.
Yeah, I agree. And the way you started that, by the way, was a beautiful sort of story time. Am I right? I felt like we were getting story time with John Sinden here.
We need more than 7
done.
minutes.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. John, tell me why did you and your business want to get involved in this?
Oh, I mean, as a parent, obviously you don't want to see a child being cold in the winter, so I really want to make sure that kids are warm. It's an easy way to keep kids happy. Playing in the snow, we know winter's hard, the winter blues. Getting outside is really nice to do. So another reason I really like them is that Antigua supports various charities in the community. Yeah. And some of them are less impactful than others. Snowsuit Fund's easy. You give them money, they buy a snowsuit, kids are warm.
Yeah.
End of.
Yeah, no kid. I imagine you've experienced the Snowball in the past, like many people in Ottawa. For those that have never been, just talk a little bit about the magic that is the Snowball.
Well, it's an inclusive party. I think people don't realize it's underestimated in my opinion. There's 450 people there. You get business owners, you get families, you get all kinds of things going on. There's 3 levels of entertainment. You got DJs, you got live music, but more importantly, it's a good way to get out of the winter blues. Yeah. You get the January blues, and you got February hits, and bang, you got a social time. You get out, you get to see people again and reconnect with your friends.
Yeah, and it is a great time to do it, as you said. February 12th, everyone's coming out of really, really cold weather. Yeah. We're looking here, John Sinden, at last year's event, and just every year there's a bit of a theme, and you've got music. Well, how would you describe this year's event?
Multi-level, multi-chef.
Nice.
You like that?
I do.
So there's multi-levels at the Ottawa Art Gallery. We're using every inch of space there. There's many chefs. I could rhyme off some of them. Chefs from Norco, the Pelican Seafood. Have you ever had the lobster roll at Pelican Seafood?
Dude,
forget about it.
I just had their full lobster dinner the other day, man. Yeah.
So you'll be able to sample them at our event. Not Restaurant 17. Restaurant 18.
Yes, my good friend David Godso and his team will be there.
Restaurant 18 way better than Restaurant 17.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. And now new this year, John, you were saying?
Victoria Trattoria.
Yeah.
So you want an Italian twist, you get some meatballs, possibly some good pasta.
So you'll be able to sample all these incredible chefs, incredible restaurants, and an incredible menu. But there's also silent auction, there's a beauty bar, there's live music. It's the night of nights.
I'll probably meet you two at the beauty bar, am I right?
Yes,
Hey?
exactly.
That's where we go.
We got to get our toes done together. I think
and
never really
live
know
music, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the electric company that's going to be there.
Funk and funk and
Funk and disco. I was at Irene's Pub. It was so packed they had to start moving tables back because everybody loves this band so much. And do we encourage people, because it's sort of funk disco, John, to dress up a little?
We encourage them to dress how they want.
Okay.
Some people show up in jeans and a blazer.
Yeah.
Some have a more gala feel of gowns and there's some black tie. That's what the beauty of this event is. There's no judgment about it. There's no rules about it. It's a nice, easy Wednesday night. We'll flow floor to floor. I'll run into this guy a million times, and he might have a different pocket square each time I see him.
Oh, really?
So
he's doing sort of a wardrobe change.
That's what he does.
I mean, a minor one.
Yes.
He's not Madonna or Cher or anything like that. Just sort of the pocket square. And we do have a great possibility here for our viewers today as well, right?
We are not officially going on sale to a week or so.
Okay.
But a special exclusive pre-sale to viewers of this show, this channel today. Okay. And I think you'll put it up on the screen.
There it is right there.
It is.
The daytime promo code.
You see the promo code, RSMSBPRE.
We wanted to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah, nice, easy. It just rolls off the tongue.
Off the tongue,
All someone needs to do is log on to whatever laptop, a device they're using, and go to snowsuitfun.com. Punch it. You'll find the area that is very clear where the tickets are on sale. Yeah. You'll punch in this code to allow and make your purchase. And tickets are on sale now. If you're hearing and looking at us right now, they're on sale for you.
They're on sale this second. Yeah. And it's a great Christmas gift idea, right?
For those that in January, February.
Yeah, exactly. For those that have never been, by the way, and I know they presented it really well. My wife and I have been in the past. You will have the best time in the world. It's not one of those events where there's long speeches. You just go around, you network, you chat, you have fun, you dance. Bring your dancing shoes. You will need them. Again, snowsuitfun.com. Promo code RSMSBPRE. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. We'll be back with more right after this.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Trio Financial Planning, helping individuals and families live today and build for tomorrow. Branton Renovation is pleased to support this episode of Daytime Ottawa. Branton Renovations, Ottawa's award-winning renovations team.
I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you join us for an hour to give. It's a wonderful way to learn all about the charities and nonprofits in this community that are changing and saving lives. Look forward to seeing you then.
My childhood was quite difficult growing up in the foster system. As a foster child, you don't get access to a lot of the same opportunities that biological children would. When I started post-secondary, the grants that I received from Children's Aid Foundation of Canada gave me the opportunity to choose what I wanted to do and not limit my choices to what I could afford on my own. Education makes every child unstoppable.
This week on Canada Files, James Cameron. He has directed 3 of the 4 top-grossing films of all time, from Titanic to Avatar. His remarkable life as a filmmaker, storyteller, and undersea explorer.
This episode of Daytime Ottawa is brought to you in part by Dustin Design and Drafting, your first step toward building your dream project with a team approach. Daytime Ottawa is proudly supported by Mary's Must Read Book Club. Follow Mary on social media at Mary K. Taggart for her latest book club picks.
Welcome back to the show. The Rogers Employee Resource Team is at it again, raising funds for a great cause here in our community. And this time they've set their sights on CHEO with the CHEO Toy Drive. Here to tell us more about it, I am joined by Andrew McIntyre, manager with Rogers Connected Home Ottawa. Welcome. Great to have you here. And Jason Oberbach, he is the owner of the Giant Tiger Maribel location. Who doesn't love the GT boutique? I mean, let's be honest here, Jason. Let's talk about this initiative with the Rogers Employee Resource Team and tell us how this all came to be.
So over the last several years, we've got the Employee Resource Team here at Rogers, which is a group of volunteers that all work for Rogers that like to team up and organize different initiatives and events that support different initiatives in the community. One of the channels that we use for carrying out any type of food drive, toy drives, any kind of, we do like a back-to-school backpack drives for underprivileged youths as well. Okay. As we actually utilize the space in the parking lots at the Giant Tigers. We set up these tents, we roll up with our Rogers trucks, and we start, letting them know let customers know what we're there for, what we're collecting for, and we raise a bunch of funds or food or whatever we're there to do that day. Nice. So that's how we connected with Jason at the Giant Tiger at Maribel, and I think he's got a bit more of a personal connection to the CHEO Toy Drive, but something we all feel is a great cause to support.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, Jason, tell us about that story. What's your connection with CHEO?
I joined with CHEO using one of my sons as an example. We spent a couple years going back and forth to the hospital, and you get to see a lot of the children and their uplifted spirits, which is great to see. The team at CHEO does an amazing job, and I really wanted to help out the kids. So probably about 7-8 years ago, we did a fundraiser for CHEO, and it went great. Right. Like Andrew said, we've partnered up, and we want to hold a CHEO drive at Giant Tiger this Saturday, and try to get as many people out as possible to support all the kids in the hospital.
Very nice. I have to ask you, because it's such an iconic brand, Giant Tiger, here in this country. I mean, how did you become an owner of a Giant Tiger? Tell me about that.
I started out as a student 30 years ago. Really? I did, yes. And the founder of the company, Gordon Reed, grew within. We all, we worked hard, and it was recognized, and I got asked to do different roles, different positions, and here I am now.
What a great story. No, really. I mean, it's so cool to hear that you started, from there to where you are today. That's absolutely amazing.
Great company to work for.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Andrew, as far as a team goes with the Rogers Employee Resource Team, how do you guys go about choosing what organization you're going to give back to in any given year?
I feel like it kind of flows naturally with our group. Right. Like, we're a bunch of like-minded individuals that are always looking for great opportunities to support, and we kind of go with the flow. Like, we've got a bit of a calendar we work off of, so we have our kind of our foundational events that we support, like the food drive, the back-to-school backpacks. Right. And now we're, this is our second year doing the CHEO Toy Drive with Jason. But I mean, we're always open to anything. If we have an opportunity and we can see that we can add value to something and do some good in our communities, we're honestly, we're all for it.
Well, let's talk about what you're looking for when it comes to toys. Is there a particular criteria involved? What should people donate?
So currently, right now, we actually have a list that we can post up online. Okay. That has all of the recommended items that CHEO is looking for, depending on age group. Okay. All these toys.
So we're bringing up the list here to have a look here for everybody at home.
That's fantastic. So all of these toys are actually going to children that are residing in the hospital currently right now. So you can see that all the items are actually broken down by age category there. And always money always goes a long way when you donate to these organizations as well. So that's something we're also open to, and I think Jason can speak a little bit more to it about how he's collecting that at his store.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Jason.
So we've been holding an angel tree. So we're selling icons at the store, and we're going to take that money as well and donate that to CHEO. And it's $1, $2, whatever you want to donate. And it helps out to purchase toys or to give back to CHEO for anything that they need.
Yeah. It being personal to you, having a child that's gone to, obviously through CHEO, I mean, so many families have seen the same thing. That must make it extra special to be able to give back. Eh?
Oh, just in general, see a kid with a smile on their face, it is. I don't even know what to say.
I can see you're getting emotional. Yeah. I understand,
it feels
for sure.
good to give back.
Sorry, go ahead.
And Jason gives back to so many different things in the community, silently and humbly, honestly. We have an initiative that we carry out all year long in Ottawa with our technicians called the Bags of Hope, where we provide different types of comforts throughout the year that we provide to people experiencing homelessness in our community. As the techs are driving by in their trucks, they carry these bags, and if they see somebody that's struggling on the side of the road, they can offer them these items.
What a great idea.
Jason donated 150 pairs of men's gloves.
I mean, people like you, Jason, are so integral to this community. Really appreciate it. Thank you both. Really appreciate your time today. Hey, I'll be back to wrap things up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
As I looked upon the battlefield in front of me, a German star shell lit up the desolate landscape. I watched as a bullet smashed through the bridge of my nose and left me to the mercy of the darkness. I worried I would be dependent on others for the rest of my life. But Sir Arthur Pearson and the staff of St. Dunstan's had other plans. With their help, I knew I could be self-reliant, and I wanted to bring this idea home to Canada. I wanted Canadians to know that we could hold jobs, that we could contribute, that regardless of sight, all would read, that we, the blind, would shape our own lives, our own destiny.
Blinded by a sniper's bullet in 1915, Edwin A. Baker went on to co-found the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, shaping a path forward for the blind across Canada for generations to come.
Well, lots to talk about. Oh my goodness, tons of events happening. It's so much fun around the holiday season because so many events being put on, of course, raising money for great causes as we just talked about. So here's a reminder of what we talked about on today's show. Orchestra, their Center Hub Holiday Concert is coming up Tuesday, December 17th. It kicks off at 6:30 p.m. I believe there's over 150 young people involved in this year's concert. It is a real treat. It's happening at the Carleton Dominion Chalmers Center that's located at 355 Cooper Street. Free admission. Donations, of course, encouraged and certainly welcome. You can go to orchestra.ca to get your free ticket to the event. The Snowball, a cool winter's eve, that is coming up next year, February 12th, 2025 at the Ottawa Art Gallery. Tickets are not officially on sale yet, but if you go to snowsuitfund.com and search out that event, you can use daytime promo code RSMS, write this down, BPRE for that one, and of course the CHEO Toy Drive Giant Tiger on Merivale Road this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll see you next time here on Daytime.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Hey, I'm Dave, and I absolutely love to camp. Why do we do this? Why do we go out here with the bugs, the bears, skunks chasing you, poison ivy, ticks, you name it. Why do we do it? Because we love it. I love it. I wanted to take my passion for filming and the outdoors and combine them, and that's why I'm here. Maybe it's a mistake, I don't know.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely.